We like to think that humans are the final version of life on Earth, that evolution did its job and stopped with us. But evolution doesn't work like that. The truth is much more interesting and slightly uncomfortable. Humans are not the finished products. We are still evolving. And to understand that, we need to look at where evolution changed us and why it has never stopped. This is what we'll discuss in the bite size today. Watch the video till the end. If you are seeking clarity in the core concepts, fundamental principles, and basic beliefs of all religions, history and philosophy, you have come to the right place. Welcome to my channel, History, Religion and Philosophy Bite Size. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. When people hear the word evolution, they often imagine progress, from simple to advanced, from worse to better. But that is not what Charles Darwin meant. Evolution is not about becoming perfect. It's about adapting to the environment. Before we talk about how humans are still evolving, we need to be clear about what evolution actually means and what it does not mean. Many people think evolution means that one animal suddenly turns into another, or that humans came directly from monkeys, or that evolution is about becoming better or more advanced. None of that is true. Evolution is not something that happens overnight, and it does not happen to individuals. Evolution happens to populations slowly over many generations. Look around you. No two humans are exactly the same. We differ in height, skin color, strength, resistance to disease, even how we digest our food. These differences are not accidents. They exist because of small genetic variations, and some of these variations matter more than others, especially when the environment changes. Now imagine a change in the environment. It could be a new climate, a new disease, a new type of food, a new way of living. In that environment, some traits become helpful and others become less helpful. People with helpful traits are more likely to survive, have children, and pass those traits on. Over many generations, those traits become more common. This is what Darwin called natural selection. Nature doesn't plan, nature doesn't think ahead, it simply selects what works. Evolution has no goal. One of the biggest misunderstandings about evolution is the idea that it has a goal. Evolution is not trying to create humans, it's not trying to create intelligence, and it is not moving perfection. Evolution only responds to the present environment. If the environment changes, the direction of evolution changes with it. That is why some species become simpler over time, not more complex. People often say, if humans are evolving, why don't we see it? The reason is simple. Evolution works on the time scale of thousands of years, not human lifetimes. We only notice dramatic change, not slow change. But when we compare ancient skeletons, modern bodies, and genetic data, these changes are very clear. Once you understand this, a powerful idea becomes clear. If evolution changed us in the past, and the environment is still changing today, then evolution cannot have stopped. And now, with that in mind, let's look at how evolution reshaped us in the past and how it is still reshaping us today. The purpose of the bite-sized videos is to break down complex concepts into simple and easy to understand narrations. It requires a lot of effort and research. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share so we can spread the message as much as possible. To understand what today's bite size is all about, let me take you back almost 2 million years ago to a species called Homo erectus. This was a major turning point in human evolution. Homo erectus walked fully upright as compared to our previous ancestors. This made humans better at walking long distances and surviving in open land.
But walking upright came with a cost, especially for women. As humans walked on two legs, the female pelvis became narrower. A narrow pelvis is good for walking, but difficult for childbirth. At the same time, human brains were becoming bigger. This created a serious problem, a narrow pelvis and a large baby's head. Evolution solved this problem in a surprising way. Instead of wider hips, humans began giving birth earlier. Human babies are born much more helpless than other primates. They have shorter pregnancies, smaller brains at birth, and a very long childhood. This was not a mistake, it was an adaptation. Our intelligence grew because we are born vulnerable, not despite it. That was evolution changing the human body nearly 2 million years ago. But evolution does not switch off. As long as humans face new challenges, evolution continues. Sometimes slowly, sometimes quietly. Let me start with the current example of lactose tolerance. When culture changed our bodies. Originally humans, like all mammals, could only digest milk as babies. But around 8 to 10,000 years ago, humans started farming and keeping animals. Milk became an important food source. In some populations, small genetic changes allowed adults to digest milk. These people had better nutrition, survived food shortages more easily, and had more children. Over time, this ability spread. Today, many people in Europe, parts of Africa, and the Middle East can digest milk, while many others cannot. Human culture changed the environment, and evolution followed. Our bodies are slowly reshaping themselves to match the lives we actually live, not the lives our ancestors lived. Let me give you some examples. Humans today have smaller jaws than our ancestors. The main reason is diet. Early humans ate tough, raw foods, meat, roots, nuts that needed strong jaws and a lot of chewing. Over thousands of years, we started cooking food, grinding food, eating softer, processed diets. Because we no longer need powerful jaws to survive, smaller jaws are no longer a disadvantage. Evolution works on use it or lose it. When a structure is no longer essential, it gradually reduces in size. Humans also have fewer wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth were useful when humans had larger jaws, a rough, hard diet that wore teeth down. Extra molars helped replace worn-out teeth and made chewing tough food easier. Today things are different. Our jaws are smaller, our food is softer and often processed, and we simply do not need extra molars anymore. As a result, many people today never develop wisdom teeth at all. They develop fewer than 4 or have wisdom teeth that become impacted because there isn't enough space. Dentistry has also changed the picture. Braces straighten teeth and make jaws more efficient at chewing, but they do not create extra space in a smaller jaw. So instead of adapting biologically, we often adapt medically by removing wisdom teeth. This doesn't stop evolution. It simply reduces the pressure to keep a feature we no longer need. Wisdom teeth are becoming a solution to a problem that no longer exists. Modern humans have less muscle mass than our ancestors. Early humans depended on hunting, climbing, physical labor. However, today survival depends far less on physical strength. Modern life involves sitting, technology, machines doing physical work. Strong muscles are no longer essential for survival or reproduction, so natural selection no longer strongly favors them. This doesn't mean humans cannot be strong. It means strength is no longer a requirement to pass on genes. Our skeletons are also changing. Compared to earlier humans, modern humans have lighter bone, narrower shoulders, and changes in spinal shape. Why? Because we walk less, we sit more, we place less physical stress on our skeleton. Bones respond to how they are used. Less physical load means lighter, less dense bones. At the same time, long hours of sitting and screen use are influencing posture, particularly in the neck, spine, and shoulders. Even our internal anatomy is still changing. For example, an artery called the median artery, which used to disappear before birth, is now staying into adulthood in more people than before. Then there is a great example of traits like blue eyes. Blue eyes did not exist in early humans. They appeared after a single genetic change around 6 to 10,000 years ago. Blue eyes likely spread not because they helped survival, but because humans found them attractive. This shows something important. Humans don't evolve only to survive. We also evolve through preference and choice. Let me give you another example. Disease has always played a huge role in human evolution. One clear example is the sickle cell trait. 2 copies of the gene cause illness. 1 copy protects against malaria. This is why this gene still exists in certain parts of the world. Even today, people respond differently to infections like HIV or tuberculosis because of genetic differences. During outbreaks and pandemics, not everyone is affected the same way. Disease is still shaping human evolution, quietly and constantly. Another fantastic example is the high altitude humans. At high altitudes, oxygen levels are low. Most humans struggle to survive there, but people living in places like Tibet, the Andes, and Ethiopia have adopted. They use oxygen more efficiently and avoid dangerous thickening of the blood. These changes happened in just a few thousand years ago. When survival is at stake, evolution can happen surprisingly fast. So where does all of this leave us? If evolution shaped human in the past, and if our environment is still changing, then one conclusion is hard to avoid. Humans will continue to change. In 10,000 or 20,000 years, humans might not look exactly like us. The changes may be small, slightly different bodies, different resistance to disease, different ways of thinking and behaving. Evolution does not happen suddenly. It works quietly, generation after generation. We are also changing socially. Humans now live in a world shaped by technology, cities, and global connections. In this world, success depends less on physical strength and more on adaptability, cooperation, and intelligence. These pressures shape who thrives and who does not. Some religious traditions describe humans as a final or special creation. Science does not argue about meaning or purpose. It simply explains how change happens. From a scientific point of view, there is no evidence that evolution has stopped. Science does not say humans are insignificant. It says humans are a part of a process that is still unfolding. These two ways of understanding the world do not have to conflict. Religion often asks why we exist. Science asks how change occurs. One speaks to meaning, the others to mechanism. What science shows us clearly is this: humans are not frozen in time. We are not the final version. We are shaped by our environment, and our environment is changing faster than ever. Evolution has no finish line, and Homo sapiens are still becoming. I would love to know any questions or comments or ideas that you have about human evolving. Please post your comments below, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.